and welcome to today's episode of the vlog. So today is D-Day for the caddy. Today is the day that van has to start. If it doesn't start, it's endgame. I cannot continue with this van any further, so it must start today. We've got the new injectors. They're going to be put into place. Once they're in, that van has to start. So let's not waste any time. Let's get on to getting back to the caddy and getting that engine running. Okay, so these injectors, when you fit a new injector, you get a code, and the code is there for this particular injector. You have to put the code in, and that tells the van or the ECU that you fitted a new injector, and what it does is it adjusts the fuel flow. So it's really important that you do this, otherwise the injector will, or the ECU will think that the old injector is in place and will continue to fuel it the way it did previously, which is not good. So we have now we've got this sorted, or we have this. We'll do this in VCDS, and I'll show you the process, what you do, and then we'll then give it a try. So let's get them fitted. Okay, so we've got the new injectors now in. So that's the one that we did previously. These are our free. You notice the orange labels. That's the codes that we now have to pump into VCDS. So on screen now, hopefully you can see that we've got VCDS. We've gone into the engine management. In fact, I'll take you through the whole process. I think I have shown you this before, but it's simple. You basically put your security access in, then you go to adaptions. Once you're in adaptions, you then select the channels. So the injectors, 1 we've done, 2 we've done, just going to do 3 now. So that's the current code that's in there. Now the new code for this injector, you can just see it there, is 9C8EGJ. Okay, so we put that in there, so it's 9C8EGJ. Okay, then what we have to do is add a 0 at the end, because all the codes are 7-digit codes, so we add the 0 because we only got a 6-digit, which is normal. Then once we've done that, we click on do it, we replace the codes, controller accepted, and now it's put the new code in. So that's how you add the injectors, and then the ECU knows it's got new injectors, and then it will basically change the fuel pattern, the amount of fuel that's going out. So I'll do the final one, and then we will see if this van will start. Right, here we go again. This is for our startup. New injectors are now plumbed in, everything is in place. Hopefully this van will start. Please start, van. Here we go. Here it goes. That was a success. The van started. Brilliant. Although I could see some fuel. You can see that fuel squirt. To figure out where that is, where that's coming from. Yeah. But do you know what? There's not a problem, because the van started, and that's the main thing. The van started. Okay. Right. So we're just going to find out where that fuel spill is from, that leak. It might just be a loose connection, but it's definitely around there. Can you see that? Yeah, we'll find out where that is, and then, yeah, happy days. I'm happy anyway. Good. At last, progress on the caddy. Okay, right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to fit the front radiator sandwich pack. So we're now starting to put the van back together at last. So now that we've got it running and it runs sweet, we can now start putting stuff together and get these wheels on. And yeah, so let's get that done. So, with the van now running, good news, a few things I need to sort out. So this pipe here, I need to replace that. This is a new pipe, but you can see that it's leaking here. In fact, let me show you the video now. Yeah, clearly you can see it's leaking. And it's leaking at this point here. There's a little hole here. Now this is a pattern part. I paid 12 quid for this part. Should never compromise on fuel components. Always buy genuine. So that's exactly what I've got out. TPS, got some genuine parts. This costs 3 times the cost of that one. But when it comes to fueling systems, don't mess about with it. Buy genuine, okay? You'll never regret it. So we need to replace that. And we also need to, so this pipe here is the pipe that goes to the expansion tank. Now this expansion tank is just full of soot from dirt from the other one, which kind of led me to believe that there's a problem with the old engine. So what I've done is, well, done the right thing, getting rid of this and bought a complete new, brand new OEM proper bottle. Now on the original engine that we got, the new engine, this pipe here which goes to the bottom expansion tank, this is the original pipe. It's not long enough. This is the new pipe. If I put it in the location where the current one sits, yeah, which is about there, you see where it goes to, and you see where that one goes to, and clearly it's in a different position. So we need to swap that out, which is going to be a pain because getting it off is really difficult, but needs must. So we'll get that out of the way, get that in place, so we can get the expansion tank in, and then we can give the van a pressure test. So that's what we're doing next. Then we're going to do the expansion tank. But in the meantime, I'll probably do this off camera because I think this is going to be a world of hurt. Okay, so the new hose is now in place. We'll test that in a second, but first I need to take off that hose, and the only effective way to do that is to literally drop the front slam panel again, which is a real pain, but this is the only way to do it properly. Not properly, easily, and get access and get that to that cable, that pipe. So I'll do that off camera because it's just going to be a whole lot of me just doing something that you see me do already, and then we'll come back with this pipe here all fitted up and ready to go to the water bottle. And like magic, the new pipe is in. Much easier when you take the radiator off. Right, so now what we're going to do is just thread that through underneath here. So I think it goes into this column here, through there, comes out that side, then we can put the water bottle in. So let's do that now. Okay, so we just did a leak test. You've seen me do this before. That's where you suck all the air out of the system, and then that should hold basically its setting for about 2 or 3 minutes. It was holding, and then we started to hear some sound of air, and it's coming out here. So I'm going to take this off and just take a quick look at it. But strange that it's coming out here. Well, it's not strange, at least we know where it's coming out. So I'll take this out, give it a quick inspection, and then we'll try again. Okay, so she's holding pressure now, which is good. This has been at where it is now for the last 5 minutes, so I'm pretty happy that we are where we need to be. We are actually holding pressure, so that is good. So we can top it up with fluid and not have to worry about anything leaking out. Good job, right. And there we go. That is all this week. I've just checked here and we are no more leakings. We are absolutely fine. We've solved that now with the OEM return, fuel return flow back. So that's absolutely fine. All our pipes in place. Engine is running good. Starts on a button every time now, which is brilliant. So what we're going to be doing next week? Well, next week we're going to be topping her up with some fluid. We're going to be getting the front on. We're going to be getting her down on wheels, and we might even get her out of the garage just as soon as I clear all this stuff here. But you're probably wondering why I still got the old engine. Even today, I mean, you've seen that we've taken that pipe, this pipe here, and put it back in. You just got to keep these things until you are absolutely sure that you've captured everything, you've got everything. So we are almost there now with the caddy. I can't believe that we're actually this close to finishing. Well, I say this close. There's still a whole lot of stuff that needs to be done, but we can get it done pretty quickly. So next week we will get, we'll move on to the next stage, which is getting the front end and getting her all sorted and all the pipe work all done and dusted, and yeah, take it from there. So let's have a wee bit of a summary. Whew, well, there you go. The van is running, and you know what? Since getting that van started, it's just basically rejuvenated my interest in finishing off that van now that the beating heart is now working well. So we've still got lots of stuff that needs to be done on that van, but I'm planning to get most of that done by next week. So by next week we'll get the front on, we'll get it on the ground. I've got to drop the subframe to get the exhaust in. That's going to be a pain, but there's no other way around it, so we have to do that. Then once we get that subframe back up with the exhaust in place, then we're going to give that car, get it out, that van out of the garage, and then that'll be it. We'll just basically roll on until we get all the rest of it done. So yeah, exciting times. The van's finally finished. Can you believe that? That caddy, how long was this? I've had it too long. Anyway, great that we've made the progress that we have this week. We're going to continue next week, but in the meantime, if you are a casual viewer, don't forget to subscribe. It means a lot to the old YouTube algorithm, which seems to have gone crazy these days. So by subscribing, basically it shows YouTube that you're interested. So don't forget to subscribe down below, click on the bell notification so you're notified whenever we release a new video, and we will see you next week.